Hello and welcome. My name is Sheep Thief, and today I'll be coming at you with some Dominions 5 Warriors of the Faith multiplayer online gameplay. Multiple things have happened this turn. The war is beginning to pick up speed. I'll begin with the battles that happened. There's a battle over that castle in the forest of Idun. As you can see, his army consists of a large line of cavalry with a central force of I can't move my map. Oh my god. So the cavalry moves forward, and hold on, I'm gonna restart this. I don't know why it's lagging so hard. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, so as you can see, let's pause. Get the camera right. Set it over a bit. In a little bit. There we go. Alright, we have a large line of sacred giants here. The Rephaim. Ermor has a back line of cavalry that I assume are going to be going around the flanks, and then a central line of infantry with his god and several of his capital mages over here. If I can click them. With fire gems. Now, our Serim are over here. I would have preferred if they were further to the flank, but it seems that's not possible. We've got devils and some mundane troops right here with skeletons in the back. And here we go. So he casts Light of the Northern Star, which boosts his astral magic. And both armies move forward. Cavalry on the flanks. We can even slow this down a little bit. My devils move in and intercept this cavalry, but take a few casualties. One devil is out of position over there. But it does actually sort of dampen the pain of this cavalry attack, whereas over here they produce more of an indent. My line of giants moves forward, and the mundane troops kind of trickle in behind. Ermor has summoned a large amount of full-sized fire elementals, which are moving forward and I think doing more damage to his own troops. They're doing more damage to his own troops than they are to mine, because I have a lot of fire resistance. We have overcome the cavalry charges on the flanks, and now it's sort of a fight with these fire elementals. There's an air elemental in there somewhere. Now, a key thing that happens here, oh, we can speed this up a little. Is the devils. Pardon me. My devils arrive in the back and kill all of his mages and start killing his god as well. They're really the MVPs of this battle. And due to the fire resistance of the Rephaim, we take minimal casualties to the fire. We also have a magical weapon, so the ethereal elementals, their ethereal status is not useful. We do take casualties. Significant ones. But in the end we win, and as you can see over there we kill his god. Or his goddess, I should say. And that is the end of the battle. We've taken control of Dathan, that force that his little group of Principes went into, but he moved into Immigrant here, and this is a rather unfortunate battle that I will do fairly quickly. Come on. As you can see, we have some imps or bats attack the rear. It's a failure. And the problem is we have these slingers out in front. While our Mel Cart here, who's kitted out to thug, gets stuck behind them and also casts legions of steel on them instead of himself. And the end result is he tries to move forward and gets stuck behind the slingers for the entirety of the battle, and then HP routes after all the skeletons trickle in one after the other behind these slingers. Generally a total failure of a battle, but he did take some casualties, and it looks like they started running away in the end, so should be down a few units, but pretty sloppy on my part. Although I don't know how I could have known that the slingers would be in front of the I don't know, whatever. There's another battle where my Mel Cart moved into his territory. And this is just my Mel Cart versus a fairly large amount of troops. We can zoom in on this. So we cast Blessing, summon Earth Power, and then my Blood Slaves start getting killed by slingshots. Unfortunately. Cast Legions of Steel. She gets killed by a javelin. Whatever, he can't cast Reinvigoration, but he gets everything else off. Moves forward. And they start to surround him, which is good because the Vine Shield starts to take effect. And he starts killing a lot of them. Could speed it up a little. And they walk into their doom. Just for anyone who's curious, his current stats are 30 protection, which is much better than that. It has diminishing return, so that's pretty good. Defense not great, good attack skill, high strength, good hit points. He has regen, so he gets like 7 regen if he gets hurt. Has 3 attacks with the gore and the trident, and then yeah. And pretty soon here the fear will make them rout. Some of them are already running. And he emerges unscathed. You can see them driven before me. As for the stats on all these battles, this was a total wipe for Ermor. Looks like 2 Equites may have gotten away. He lost his goddess. And he lost 7 of these long to recruit mages. Basically all to the vampires, or I'm not the devils. The Devils really did well, but we lost 4 out of 7 of them. So we'll need to replenish those. Those performed very well. The Rephaim also performed very well. We lost 5 and killed 86. The Serim did not perform as well. They did get a fair number of kills, almost 2 for every one of them, but not quite. I think we need a bigger mass, and we need to position them a little better. They should be swarming in from the sides and not getting stuck in the middle. They also don't have fire resistance, so it's also possible they just got burnt. The mundane troops have been mostly wiped out. They did not do too well against elementals. It's not surprising. We didn't lose many of these undead giants, which is good. We lost all these imps. That's like, I don't know, it's like 6 or 7, that's like 6 or maybe 9 nature gems. So it's not like very painful, but they just aren't performing as well as I thought they would. I think what we'll do is we'll keep them mainly for, we'll keep recruiting them for their patrol strength of 2, which is really good. Better than wolves, and we get basically just as many of them. Yeah, so that's that battle. Then we have this this province back. This was lost. Everything died. It's just the Mel Cart didn't die, but that was a failure. So they're down to 11 units, maybe fewer because there was a they routed. I don't know. And then this battle, we have the Mel Cart killed 65 of them. This was just province defense, so. But that's a big chunk of, that's a huge 165 units. That's a lot of province defense we just killed. It's encouraging. It means we can go through this undefended territory. Unexpected event, 1,000 gold. This is very nice. We've started to destroy it. It's severely damaged. I was really hoping it would be broken through, but I think because we lost a fair number of our mundane troops, our siege strength has decreased. So we have to sit there another turn, another 2 turns if we count taking the fort once we break down the walls. Unfortunate. They're starving. Very, very unfortunate. And they're diseased. This is really bad. The question is, we have 276 siege strength. Severely damaged. Can we take the mundane troops off? I don't know. We'll think about that. I really don't, I mean, I just don't want any diseases to spread to these guys. I think we could probably take these guys off. think there's a way to select all the diseased ones. Yeah, these are the diseased ones. I just hit D as a guess for anyone wondering. Now, another question. Okay, so what else is there? Read messages. We've got an offer to make an air helmet in 2 turns, which is super good. With our god, we could get up to air 4. Um, and then maybe we could empower it. He also says that he'd take nature death gems, so I think we'll give him 30 nature gems for that. And he also says Agartha seems to be winning against Mikone. One huge problem is our research is really low. Also, general news, Tir Nog has been permanently vanquished. At the end, she did not rule a single province, and she has nowhere to return. So the first elimination of the game has happened. Femoria, our friend, has taken him out. Oh yeah, and I think this Mel Cart got a special ability. Increased morale and leadership. Good. 21 morale. That's good. Alright. Now, let's see. I have a little notepad of things I want to talk about. So we got 1,000 extra gold. That is put into a new Mel Cart. We're recruiting a Mel Cart. We're getting some more. We're continuing to get a few more chariots because they've performed fairly well against Ermor. I don't want to overdo it because I don't want them sitting around taking up money. We're getting a new wizard. These wizards here that we're supposed to fight these guys are now moving down here. But I really don't want them to starve, so maybe they aren't. What's going on here? Our supply usage is 358. Yeah, we don't want that. Let's keep them away from there. Bring them here. You could come here. You could come here. And this guy's gonna come back and get some do some logistics. We have a shortage of logistics commanders somehow, even though I feel like I've recruited a lot of them, and for that reason we're gonna recruit a lot of these mound kings, these skeletons. A mound king is a king of ancient times, re-emerged from the realm of the dead to serve a new master in the realm of the living. They're cheap. There's 3 death gems, and they have okay leadership and good undead leadership. So we're gonna get like maybe 3 or 4 of those for ferrying things around. Then we also we have one of the big questions about our next moves here. We are tied up on this for another 2 turns, which I'm not happy about. It seems like he has some other forts that he's bringing these Principes and Vitariuses. It doesn't seem to be deviating from that strategy. What we could do is maybe move this Mel Cart on top of his capital. I don't expect there to be more province defense on there. It would probably just be the starting 25 that you get on your capital, assuming that it's the same for every nation. Like I have 25, so I assume he has 25. We could move it here and shut down production on his capital. The problem is, first of all, if we move him off of the capital, he just gets it back. And I think in the long run, more damage will be done if we just take all these provinces away from him. However, I think with these bands of Rotarius and Principes, he can just take back these provinces. Like I sort of suspect he's going to take this back. He's either going to take this back with this army, although I think more wise would be take it back with this army, and that with this army here, take this province back, and this army move it here and keep building an army to try to fight me. I think that's most likely where these guys are going. I don't really know. I think it's between this and this. Shutting down capital production would be really good. And I think this Mel Cart could defeat those, I don't know, let's see, how good is the magic resistance on Principes? Oh wait, that's a Hastatus. Where's a Principe? Triaris, Principe. 10 magic resistance. And I think, and then what about a Rotarius? 10. I think a Vine Shield works on magic resistance, right? Entangles attacker. I don't know how that works. The thing is, the Rotarius hit pretty hard. They do like 22 damage with their tridents. And then the javelins do a fair amount of damage, but we have 30 with this script we have 30 protection. So I think we're okay. Um We've got this Mel Cart here. So with this little band of 10 Principes he has left, I'm expecting him to move here. Although with 10 he might not move at all. We've got this guy moving here with 5 chariots under the suspicion that he's going to move there. And that this would just be province defense, but maybe that's incorrect. If I had 10 Principes, would I attack into this? I didn't know I had this site. Okay, that's good. Maybe we should just do that and have this guy move here. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll have the Mel Cart deal with this. And the chariots deal with that. 10 shouldn't be, even 11 shouldn't be enough for all this. And the defense here has terrible troops. But with the chariots it should be fine. Now, we'll come back to this. I don't know if we're going to do this. This has to stay here for another 2 turns, which I'm so unhappy about. We've got units coming over here. Blood hunting is basically at a halt right now, but I guess we get 3 per month now. I thought we just had 2, but that's good. And this guy is going to try it. I'm worried about what the unrest is going to do, and he only has 1 blood, so I'm not expecting much. We just need to get to 40 so that we can get him a sanguine dowsing rod. We've got this other Cohen who will do the same, who will start blood hunting as well. And this kind of brings us into the long-term questions of this war. So far, I'd say it's going well. We're on the brink of taking a castle. We've taken 2 provinces for free, and we've got a Mel Cart maybe moving on top of his capital. We've killed his god, and it's, I think, a huge portion of his mage corps. Um, we, assuming we win, assuming this goes well, which I think currently it is, but if I don't want to underestimate or more, there are ways that you could turn this around. But assuming we do well, we will have a large chunk of territory. We'll have another 15 provinces. The goal will be to finish this as quickly as possible, and I think any plans we have should be stalled until we completely eliminate him from the game. I'm worried about what he's going to be saying to the other humans over here. Ulm seems to maybe be getting sort of beaten back by Helheim, which is good for us. We like that. Marverni's been sitting with a mother oak for the past year, so he's got a ton of nature gems. I don't know what in God's name he could be doing with them. And Niflheim, I'm not too worried about. He's engaged in a war with no, I'm sorry, Agartha and Mikone are fighting. I think Niflheim was fighting somebody, but I can't remember who. We've got so our worries are these 2, and they're all humans. They're all kind of like they've all been not very communicative. The Marverni sent me a message saying, "Oh yeah, everything's fine." Ulm, we know, is in a war, and he wanted me to join the war, but I sort of ignored him. So he might not be too happy with me. Not angry, but like he might have no qualms with just randomly attacking me if he thinks I'm getting bogged down in a war. Uh, and then Marverni, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. But yeah, I think Ulm is the main issue. So we need to finish this war as fast as possible. But if we do that quickly, we'll be in a good situation because we have just so much more room to blood hunt. And if we can blood hunt, the goal will be blood 7 to blood hunt even more with Curse of Blood, which we can do with our god. Our god comes out in like 3 turns, so that will help our research. He has inspiring researcher, so that will be good. And from there we can, once we get the vampires from Curse of Blood, we can get even more blood slaves and bring out archdevils, which will be good fire mages, and we can kit them out. I think after blood 7 we will want to do construction 6. Yeah, and then we could even get into some crazy we could do golems, we could do Forge of the Ancients, whatever. I think once we get Blood 7 and Construction 6, we should catch up in some of these other things, and then maybe go all the way for Blood 9 and get these guys. And also, with Blood 9 comes all this stuff where we can get we can more efficiently get Demon Knights, Devils, Ice Devils, Storm Devils, etc. Along with damage reversal, which is amazing. Infernal Prison, which will be good against any thugs that anyone has, or super combatants. So, yeah. That's our plan for research. What else haven't I spoken of? Yeah, I spoke about Femoria and Ulm being a little too big, maybe. I'm gonna send Femoria the nature gems now. Um, so we're sending a text message to Femoria. Greetings, brother giant. The war against the Ermorians fares well. Oh my god. I have slain their goddess in battle. Elite forces of mine fought through the thick and found their way to the rear. Only 3 of them Thank you for the information regarding Agartha and Mekone. It is sad to hear that our brothers are fighting, or squabbling amongst themselves while the humans and elves scheme. How fares Femoria? Any ideas on your next conquests? I've sent 30 nature gems for the air helmet. Anytime you can, no rush on it. Just send when you are able. Good luck. Fortune seems to be smiling on us. Alright. And then send Femoria 30 nature gems. That's what he said, right? Alright. Now, let's think here. I don't think we need to send anything to anyone else. I would just say we need to keep an eye on Ulm. I don't like all these steel maidens here, but it doesn't look like an invasion force or anything. Question is whether or not a vine shield would inhibit them. We could test that out. I'll test that out at some point. I think things are going well. We could... Now, I think the final question is just, the only offensive move we're making this turn is here or here. He's gonna get one more turn of recruitment here. I think taking his capital would be... Let's just do it. Because at this point, he's on the back foot, and if somehow this goes wrong, we can recover from this. We have another Mel Cart. We can build these items again. Let's just give it a try. It'll also, like, hopefully demoralize him a little bit. And, from there we can continue to... If we, like, we don't have to sit on there the whole time. We could just sit on there until we've taken this castle, and then move the army on top of it and continue to move with him. So, and if we don't want to do that, we could just continue raiding with him. So, yeah. I think that's what we're going to do. I am not going to dump PD into here, although it's tempting. No, slingers are terrible. Anything else, really? We've got a ton of gold now. I guess I haven't spoken. We're recruiting just another mage for research. And we've got this huge mage core here that should just be researching, but we will need to wait for this to be taken before we need to get this, like, population killing supply using army off of this now. And let's give them, the diseased ones, their own thing. Could we take this? Somehow I suspect that there's a huge amount of PD in there, so I'm not going to do that. Once this has been dealt with, we'll bring this Mel Cart, we'll give this Mel Cart a ring of regen and maybe a better weapon, but it's not even necessarily required. And then we'll have another Mel Cart taking all his so maybe in 2 turns we'll have another Mel Cart taking provinces. We'll have this Mel Cart taking provinces. Maybe we can split this into 2 armies. We also have this mage core with a ton of elementals, if required. And so, how many provinces does he have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think these are his. 7, 8, 9, 10. So, in 2 turns, we'll be able to take like 3 provinces a turn, maybe more. And so, hopefully, in about like 9 turns, hopefully less, That's optimistic. My optimistic goal is like within 9 turns to have taken all of his provinces. Uh, and in 9 turns it will be turn 40, which is like, or no, it'll be turn 42. So we'll be in the after turn 40 things get tense. So um, we'll have 30 provinces, and hopefully we can chill for a little bit and then explode with our blood. I don't think there are any other blood nations really, except uh, Helheim, which isn't as heavy into blood as I am, and maybe Niflheim. Other than that, no blood. So we'll be the dominant blood power, which means we can get we won't have much competition for some of these summons like the Archdevils and the Heliophagus and the of course these are unique to us, but some of these the demon lords we could even get. Yeah. And hopefully we get one of our heroes, our national heroes, but so far we've had bad luck with that. Anyway, I think that's all. The only question is whether or not we recruit more mundane units. We're getting a few chariots. I just want to avoid them. I want my money, and hopefully we can get a blood economy, and so we don't lose all our money to this. We're gonna need money for. Yeah, this guy has forts, but we're probably gonna need to build a few more forts. Anyway, that's all. Thank you for watching, and tune in for the next episode.